Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. What's your name? What'd you do? Screw you.
My name's Ronnie Johnson. I got top 6 teams.
Y'all determined.
I thought you were recording.
Yes.
I didn't think you started yet, so I wanted to come mess with you.
Bro.
Okay, you good. I got top 16 at OTS Championship here at Dream Wizards. Playing a funny deck that just has a lot of advantage. A lot of green cards, a lot of things. It's a Vanquish. Kind of gonna.
Shut up.
No. Joel's fine. We're chilling. But gonna get into deck list. So had this in reverse order. So
It's all good.
So 3 Raisin, kind of standard here. 3 Mad Love, 3 Burger, 2 Caesar.
Okay.
Standard. I think I don't play the. Oh wait, I'm sorry. And her.
Okay.
I don't play the fire. In maybe going forward, I might consider playing the fire just because the only games I lost today were times where I actually needed a fire, and if I had a searchable fire, that would have kind of rectified, remedied a bunch of issues I had. But besides that, deck played flawlessly. No complaints. Besides that, that's the one thing I would try to fit in here. I'm playing 44 cards, so yeah, I would try to find a way to fit that in. Yeah, that'd probably be the biggest change I would make to the deck.
All right. Sounds good.
Playing the normal Kashtira package, fantastic all day. Absolutely no complaints. Wouldn't change that at all. Very small Bistio lineup. Just for the effects to summon are good. This can grab you Caesar, fantastic. This effect came up a bunch just to link it off and then be able to send something. It came up against a Dino matchup I had where they summoned the new Dino that when it's destroyed it can shuffle back to normal and do some other things.
Yeah.
So this just sent it and that kind of just wrapped up the game from there. And the only hand trap on main deck is Ash. It's a fire, so that's the main reason, honestly. But respect Branded and respect other decks. Essentially, this is a Runick deck, so I can't really play too many hand traps because I'm playing a pretty big engine with the VS cards. But that Ash was great. I used it more so for the attribute compared to the effect. I think I maybe ashed 2 opponents, and after that was fine. Going over to the and for the spells, so VS spells, 3 Stake. 2 Continue, and the honorary VS card, the Rhoda. Fantastic. Do what they normally do. No complaints with those. Now we get to the Runick engine. Very standard. Not playing any of the fancy ones like the spelling. We wanted to kind of flesh the deck out. And like I said, we're playing 44 cards. Didn't want to play any more. So just playing the normal ones. That's it. I would have loved to play more Runick cards, but I don't want to go over 44.
Makes sense.
That's kind of tough. Then you start running into issues. I really like this. I really like the Runick cards because I guess some of the faults of the deck are just having extra not win condition, because the Runick cards do give you an additional win condition because the VS already is really good at grinding and out advantaging your opponents with just the VS cards, and then this engine itself is literally you'll be able to play for days. I was never ending a turn with less than 6 cards. I think I had to discard almost against every opponent. I think I got to the point where I needed to discard.
Okay.
I would sometimes start my turn with 9 cards in hand, and it's just at that point you're winning.
Makes sense.
Side deck is very scuffed. I was up to 3 last night, kind of because I didn't even know this was OTS Championship. I thought it was a regular locals. That's kind of what I kind of prepared for. And then my buddy Jack was like, "Yeah, there's a OTS Championship." It's like, oh, so I guess I should change things. But playing the 1 Vanquish Soul, the Dust Devil, searchable Book of Moon, pretty good. Against Kashtira matchup, against Sprite, against other things that getting booked is cool. Non-targeting book too is kind of cool with that. Sided in once. Didn't matter. I sided against Makenko. Didn't really matter. And that's where, once again, the problem with I didn't have fires. If I would have had fires to pop his cards, then maybe I would have been better off with that matchup, but didn't have it. So, Eradicator, resolved it once. Did nothing. Makenko. I hit 1 card, and it didn't matter after that. So, but no, I would still definitely play it. My inboard usually is a combination. Well, I'll show the inboard what it normally is, but it's pretty. It doesn't look like much, but it definitely allows you to play. So it's pretty cool. But using this against with Burger, pretty good. Droll. The only other hand trap I will play. Just a good card. Playing Runick cards. Playing Runick deck, so we can't really afford to play low impact cards. So things we play gotta be high impact, and to kind of go with that theme. Curry Car, another high impact. Castera, other decks that is decent against, etc. High impact card. 2 evenly and 2 ruler, same effect. High impact cards. Not bad. Didn't side this in once. Sided this in. Also didn't side this in either. So yeah, but probably will play him again. It's fun. It's fun. And the Harpies. I didn't really need too much extra back row hate because I am Runick deck, but I just wanted something else that I can play that I can mass wipe out back row. Because if I don't open up the Runick engine, sometimes the Vanquish engine has some issues with some of the back row sometimes.
Okay.
But round 1 was pretty cool. I was playing against Dark World and I was under skill drain the entire game too. He had 2 of them set and I still beat him under all that. Burger, burning 15 is kind of broken. Extra deck, Security Dragon. Great card. Bounces. Doesn't need to be discarded like a Nightmare, so it's pretty cool. For kind of out of order here, but the levels rank 7s. Draco Sack, never summoned it, but in hindsight, in retrospect, I like it because I can summon, detach, summon 2 tokens, pop something, and then use those tokens to link off to like the Nightmare shit and stuff like that. Kind of just go from there. So pretty cool. Never summoned it, but still pretty cool. Bagooska, just a good card. Auto win button gets branded. Against other decks, kind of cool. Saitai Knight, I just wanted a card, because I am playing Runick and I'm not really going to have much of a battle phase, I needed a card that just can mass white boards, like just my mini Zeus. Never summoned it, but that is the reason I played it. Then the Nightmare cards. These cards were great. I didn't summon all of them, but they are Nightmare cards, and when you have the Vanquish Soul link, then you get to draw, so you get the secondary effects, so that's pretty cool with that. Then we'll go with the triple rock. There's many deck profiles that talk about how you only need 2. You don't really need 3. I kind of agree with that. There's never a game where I went through all 3. There's never a game where I went through all 3. So I feel like 2 is just fine. No complaints there, but I do like the 3, and I have a lot of space in the extra deck, so if I ever wanted to cut down and play something else, I could definitely do that. The 2 Huggin, Standard, the Dog, and this. I put this in the main just for another card for time, just in case. I know Burger. Sometimes I'm not going to always have the cards to burn with Burger, so it's having an additional time card. It's pretty cool. And card that kind of like bridges things together. Interesting. Is Gravity Controller. So when I do go into the Runick package and then I summon this, I can link off and summon that and still be able to do Vanquish Soul stuff. My board, my typical end board is like doesn't really look opposing. So like I got Dark Ruler, it didn't matter. Evenly matched doesn't matter. But so typically my end board is just it'd be that, and then typically it's like it's either dark or just a Vanquish Soul. A Vanquish Soul. In the best case scenarios, I would have ending with
there's an outlet.
Ending with Burger. And this is typically what I want to go with.
There's an outlet.
Because once I have Runick field spell, then my literally my every hand, usually I have like 5-6 cards still in my hand by the end phase usually. Then Burger's going to draw me a card on my turn, and then my opponent's turn. And my hand's gonna be filled with either Vanquish Soul cards or Runick cards, so I'm gonna be able to like play through whatever they have, and they're not killing me. So, and if they are able to like break my board piece by piece, something will be left. And as long as anything is left, the Vanquish Soul and the Runick cards kind of just like replace themselves essentially. So you're kind of always playing ahead with that. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Love it, very fun. Like I said, that one change I make, add the additional fire, that is actually a Vanquish Soul name. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.
All right, that was perfect. Thank you for your thing. And sorry I have to end this early because they're doing announcements, but appreciate your time, appreciate it all.
Thank you.
Have a good one.